Good morning, everyone. My name is Kirsten from Redfield Crafts. Today is Monday, September 14th. It is just after 11 a.m. here for me, but I just wanted to hop on real quick and say hi to all of you. This is probably going to be a short video only because I haven't really done as much as I had planned and wanted to do this past week. I've been a little busy trying to get my kids ready for swim. Normally around this time of the year, the school or the youth program that is here offers a variety of sports for each season, but due to COVID and everything like that, they are not able to have those going on, so my kids decided to do swim lessons instead, which is fine because we're only here for about 3 more months. So I was doing a bunch of running around, getting them signed up for that, getting all of the gear that they need for a swim. They go to the off-base pool. It's an indoor pool, so it's a local Italian pool, and they require the kids to have quite a bit of stuff for the lessons and to even use their pool. So I had to go get my kids both brand new swimsuits. They needed swim caps, and they also needed goggles and a bag to hold all of this stuff, plus their towels that we're just going to use our own little beach towels that we have. But then I also needed to get them shower shoes. But since we already had like a pair of flip-flops for each of them that I got at the beginning of the summer, they're just going to use those. So running around getting all that stuff, getting all that situated. Plus then this past weekend, my allergies totally reared up and I could not do anything Saturday mainly, which sucked because I really wanted to do some more of my Harry Potter squares for my niece's blanket, but I wasn't able to do as much as I had wanted and hoped. But I did do a few things. The only thing is I did not weave in any of my ends on any of these projects that I did finish, so please bear that in mind. Sorry, my cat is meowing at something. It's probably a bug in the bathroom. Anyways, I decided to use up a couple of my scraps or leftover yarn that I had from I'll show you that one right here. My Red Heart Would Love Stripes. The map plastic. So I had like half a skein of each of these colors, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, so here are my Red Heart with Stripes colors. So I decided to do some hats, and I wanted to get a head start or just start on some winter hats. So I made a couple, and I made a couple of the Divine hats. So this is the first one, and it is in the colorway Sandbar Stripe. So there is that one. Now the pattern that I followed for this, I followed Jonna Martinez, her video. I believe she just called it a shell beanie. I will leave a link for it down below in the description box for you guys. But I adjusted mine a little bit. Well, not really adjusted. She does it until row 16. I did mine to row 17 because I wanted my hat a little bit longer, because I like my hats kind of covering my ears. Actually, I'll take that out and I'll show you guys what it looks like on. And as you can see, I didn't weave in my ends, but that's fine. So that's this one. I really like this pattern. It definitely works up very quick, mainly because you're using a 6mm crochet hook for the actual body of the hat, and then you switch to a 5mm for the brim. But this is the first one. It's really nice. It's definitely gonna be a nice warm winter hat, that is for sure, especially with this yarn. It's a size 4, but I don't know. Maybe because I've been using a bunch of different thicknesses of 4s lately, this seemed like it was a lot thicker than a normal 4. So this hat actually worked up when this yarn is worked up more, it's thicker feeling, but good for, you know, those cold winters, or yeah. So yeah, that was the first one. Came out good, I like it. And then I did another one, and same yarn, so Red Heart with Love stripes, but in the colorway Fiji stripes. So that's that color. Just a bunch of greens and aquas and teals. But I didn't have enough of that color and I didn't want to dig into this full skein for just the brim part. So I had a little bit of my navy blue left over from when I did my my last Harry Potter square. So when I did the what is this called? The golden snitch. I had a little bit of this navy blue. So I was like, you know what? That might look good with it. I got a hangnail, sorry guys. So I just did the brim in blue. And it's the same pattern. It's another Divine hat by Jonna Martinez. Same thing, I did to 17 rows of I guess she calls it like a shell. And then I did the front post, back post brim. So, and again, none of my ends are woven in, which that will be this week's task. But I think with the blue, with the navy blue with the greens, it actually looks really nice. It looks like kind of reminds me a little bit of like the ocean. So, which is funny. So these are the exact same brand yarn, same thickness, same amount of yardage. Well, the yardage didn't really matter. But this green one worked up is so much thinner than this one. I don't know what it is. It could just be the dye in the yarn that makes it thicker, but the green one, this one, it's so much thinner than that one. But yeah, that's this. Ooh, there you go. That's the second Divine shell, whatever you want to call it, hat that I did. So that was that. And then I started, or last week I showed you that I think it was last week, I started the Deathly Hallows Harry Potter square. I was only a little bit into it, but I wasn't liking how it was coming out. But I just continued to go with it, finished it, and I do not like it. The pattern was fine. It's just, I'll show you guys and maybe you can see what I'm talking about. There you go. So, like right here, like in between, like this was one like continuous row of the white, so you got a gap between the black, so it doesn't look like it's connected. And it does that in a few different places, like right there, over here, right here. But I didn't weave in any of my ends, so hot mess in the back. I don't want to rip this out and redo it, but I don't like it at the same time. I think since it's just for my niece, I'm just going to leave it as is. Sorry if you can hear that running around, my cat's going crazy. I think I'm just going to leave it as is and just call it done, weave in all the ends and call it done. But I did finish that one. It's okay. I'm not in love with it, but it's a square that's done for her blanket. The next one that I did, I should have it right here, was I did the platform 9 3/4 square. So where you see the gray, it's not actually gray in the pattern, it's a cream color, or actually the color is called Erin by Red Heart, but I didn't have a cream color marker, so I guess I could just left it white. I don't know. But that was the next one I did, and I like this one a lot better. The only thing that I'm not loving is the number 3. Let me put my hair back up, guys. Kind of had the same issue as in the Deathly Hallows one, but overall, for the most part, this one came out a lot better. So, I hope that's reading the right way for you guys. It's backwards for me right now in the camera. But as you can see, like right here, this is the only issue that I have. I mean, I guess, I don't know. This was the best I could find for this size, the size that I wanted. So all of these Harry Potter squares are 25 by 25. I found another pattern where the 3 was a lot better, but it was for a 30 by 30. And I didn't want that big of a square because I'm already condensing these down as it is because they're not traditional corner blocks. They are, all of them are done in half double crochet instead of the double crochet. But this was the second one that I finished. I actually finished this last night. Again, I did not weave in my ends. That will be a task for this week. But I do like it. I do like this one a lot. I like how I chose to do a cream or an off-white color instead of like a bright white. I think it just looks a lot nicer. So yeah, did that one. So altogether I have what, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these done, and I think I have 5 left, I think, plus the center, which I was thinking about this. Depending on how big all of these squares come out, I might not do the center where it says, you know, where I showed you guys before where it says, I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. I might just leave it as those squares and then do a banner on the top and bottom. On the top, either one of them will be my niece's name, and on the bottom will say Harry Potter or Hogwarts or something like that. I haven't decided. Once all of these blocks are done, I will lay them out and see how I feel about them and go from there. But yeah, that is it. That is all that I did this past week. One thing I do want to show you, because I forgot to show you guys last week, I believe I forgot to show you guys. When we were up in Slovenia for Labor Day weekend, we were walking around, you know, because every day we would go and walk around for, you know, between breakfast and lunch, and then between lunch and dinner we would go back out and walk around, and before dinner we would walk around, or after dinner, I'm sorry, we would walk around. And on one of the days, I don't remember which one it was, we were walking around and my daughter points this out to me. Get that up there for you guys to see. It is a yarn bombed bicycle. How cool is that? I thought that was really cool to see, especially up there in Slovenia, because you don't really see too many yarn shops or stores around. Although up there we did pass by 2 stores, only 2 that had a small selection of yarn. One of the stores, this was all that they had for yarn. So just one shelf, one shelf of yarn. It was all really thin yarn though. It was like number 2 weight yarn. There was some bulky, but that was about it. Nothing that really piqued my interest to get. So while we were going, I didn't get any yarn. But yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys, because I forgot to last week. I believe I forgot to share that with you guys last week, and I just wanted to, you know, show you how something cool that you don't really see over here in Europe too much is yarn bombing. But yeah, that is it. That is all. I plan on working on some more of those Harry Potter squares. I have to, I plan on this right here, working on this project. So my other niece's blanket, it's this shells pattern. I think this was by, this might have been by Jonna Martinez as well. I can't remember. If it was, I will definitely leave the link for this one down below as well. But I have been neglecting this one. I haven't done anything on this one in a couple of weeks. I think since before we went Labor Day weekend, I haven't worked on this. Like, the last time I showed you guys, I think I was right here. And this is all I've done in like 2 weeks. So my plan is to work some more on this. This might be my car project for when my kids are in swim, because parents are not allowed inside the facility. They're trying to limit the amount of people inside due to the whole COVID stuff. So I'm just sitting in the parking lot in my car, and this way I have something to work on for that 45, 50 minutes, whatever, that they're in lessons. So yeah, that is it. That's all. Oh, also, if you guys are interested, I do still have stitch markers up for sale in my Etsy page. That will be linked down below if you just want to go over and check them out. What else? If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Like this video if you liked it. And that's it. That's all that I have to share with you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend. And I will talk to you guys all next week. Bye, everybody.